I am. What's going on, everyone? It's the Sports 2.0 Network, Put the Kids to Bed version. I am Rodney Newple. That is Tim J.R. Swish Van Stratton. Good evening,
Right.
J.R. Swish.
Thank you for the correct pronunciation there. I'm doing very well, Rodney. I wanted to bring up something, though. This is totally not sports related.
Yeah.
But I wanted to throw it out there. I want to use this platform to really ask the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah.
So this evening for dinner, a couple hours ago, I was eating some corn on the cob. And I was just mowing down this corn on the cob, right? But like at some point when I was about 3/4 of the way done with my second cob, I was like, man, my wife's got to think I'm just disgusting right now. Because like, right? Because like there's no real classy way to eat corn on the cob. So then I was thinking, I was like, is there a less attractive food to eat than corn on the cob? And I thought maybe if there's one to compare, it would be like bone-in wings.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. I don't know. I mean, I think eating a banana is weird.
Go on.
Why? It's just weird. Seeing somebody eat a banana is just weird.
Like, there's no like real like tough way to eat a banana if you're just
but you're just like stuffing it down your mouth, and I don't know.
I've never correlated eating a banana with stuffing it down my mouth, so now I really want to see what it looks like when you eat a banana.
I haven't had a banana. I need to get some potassium in me. I haven't had a banana in a while. I haven't. So that brings me to my question on that though. On your corn on the cob, are you butter, salt, and pepper?
Yes. So what I did specifically is I grilled it. So what I did is I shucked the corn.
Yeah.
I seasoned the corn, and I also seasoned like the foil as well.
Okay.
And sprayed that, wrapped it, double wrapped to prevent any scorching. Put it on the grill, and then was like, turning it every couple minutes or so, and I got it real nice. But then I usually like to finish it off with a little bit of spray butter and salt after like the cooking is done.
Yeah. So we just we boil it. And obviously, there's a couple ways. You could grill it, you could boil it. We boil it, but then I love when it's really hot. I'll just put the butter on. The butter will just melt onto my plate. So if you have something else with it, you can just dip that in melted butter. I mean, it's like a heart attack waiting to happen. But
absolutely. Yeah. But it's also, it grows from the ground, so it's vegetable, counts,
That's
healthy.
Right. That's right.
I was going to ask, that you're an adult when you have those little things to like stick in the sides of the corn. You have those?
Oh yeah. Well, I got 3 kids, but yes, I've had those since, I was a kid. We've had those.
Yeah. We don't have any in our house because like we don't eat corn on the cob a ton, but it seems like something like as I transition to my 30s soon, like I'm going to need to get on that.
Yeah. So like, is it pretty hot on your fingers?
I mean, like I just hold it by the end and yeah, it is, but you just gotta suck it up, deal with it. I usually like to just like keep a little towel in my mouth to like bite down on,
Yeah. My 8-year-old, my middle child, is the corn on the cob fanatic. Like all 3 of my kids will eat it. We really like it in this household, but she just absolutely loves it. And then she's just got like corn on her nose and everywhere. It's like, did you eat? What the hell are you doing? Did you even eat it? It was like, it's like in her nose and some of it's in her hair. She loves it. She just absolutely destroys it. So
I just tweeted out a poll, so you can go follow me at Big Time Jim on Twitter. What is the less attractive food to eat, corn on the cob or bone-in wings? Because I feel like those are the only 2 right now where it's like, well, maybe like, what else is pretty unattractive is like a hard-boiled egg.
Oh yeah. Yes. That's a good one.
Smell in there too.
Yeah. I still think those two that you put up on the poll are a little bit less attractive. I like that. That's a good question. Yeah, go to Big Time Tim Jim on Twitter and vote. If you have any comments, put them in the comment box. Hey, let's talk a little sports. That's what we're here for. Hey, hold on a second. I got a couple things. Number one, so I do this show from my house. I'm in a side sunroom that I kind of decorate, as you can see in the background. I got a few decorations here, but I don't use air conditioning in here. There's no air conditioning in this room, and it is hot as shit in here right now. There's windows open. I've got windows open. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 windows. They're open. I've got a fan on me. And I looked at the weather app. It feels like 94 outside. It's 9:00 at night.
Oh, the humidity is just appalling. Like it is just unbearably hot outside. And yeah, I was gonna say, like, your basement with those really bright lights, like you can see the sweat and the condensation forming on your head. So I believe it, man. And you've probably been down there for like hours. When's the last time you like saw your family?
We finished up watching Big Brother tonight. Big Brother night, man.
Oh, was it a Big Brother night?
It is every Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
It was a Jeopardy night for the JR Swishes. Yeah. We wanted to see Joe Buck's Jeopardy performance. He's very good.
Yeah, but he didn't get the job.
It's the stupidest thing in the whole world.
Well, did he? Do you think he wanted? Do you think he wanted the job?
I mean, I'm sure that he probably had it in the back of his mind.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was like his intention when the whole search originally started, but I'm sure at some point he's like, wait a minute, I can just do this. I'm more qualified and experienced than everyone else, so he just did it. And
yeah, I mean, they say if you take this job, you got to quit your real job.
Yeah.
So, anyways, hey, let's play a game tonight. Actually, I got one more thing. I keep coming up to these things. You know who deserves what they get this year in 2021? You know who deserves what they are getting right now?
So many people. I mean, where do we begin? How raunchy do you want to get?
Jake Arrieta deserves exactly what's going on in his life right now. That cheating little he cheated. He cheated again. He's cheating. He's not cheating anymore because he sucks. But Jake Arrieta, you deserve what you're getting. Now your ERA is close to 7.
Hold on. So is Jake Arrieta, because this is news to me here. I promise this is news to me. So is Jake Arrieta like a confirmed? I'm assuming you're talking about like sticky substances.
Confirmed in my life, yeah. Like the dude cheated. Like you can't have like a 1.3 ERA all season and not cheat. It didn't happen. He cheated.
So is Jacob deGrom cheating or?
Well, he doesn't pitch enough to cheat. I mean, he's hurt like 9 times a year. He fucking cheats.
He also has like 2 Cy Youngs. He's been the best pitcher in baseball for like 5 years now.
Jake Arrieta now has a 6.88 ERA.
He's terrible. Yeah, he's awful.
You deserve that, Jake Arrieta. Hey, let's play a game tonight. Let's play a game. Here's what we're going to do.
No.
National Football League. All right? This is hard, and I've been in a contest like this before, and it's hard. So here's what you're going to do. You are going to give me 8 NFL teams, and every one of the 8 has to make the playoffs. Ugh. So it sounds easy sometimes. Like,
it's not terribly hard.
It's not easy. People do for like contests where you put in $10 or $20, winner wins the pot. And like so many people are like, oh yeah, I got this. It's not easy. 8 teams make the playoffs. Tim, you're up. Team number 1. Which team makes the playoffs first?
Ugh. I hate this. Because like one of these teams or 2 of these teams are gonna have their quarterback that goes down in like week 5, and that's the end of that. All right. I will say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the defending champs, will return to the playoffs.
All right. Well, what if Brady gets hurt?
That we can ask that about everyone. We can say the same thing for every single team. But if he gets hurt, I think the defense is still strong enough to maybe get one of those last couple wild card spots.
Who's their backup quarterback?
Well, it was Blaine Gabbert. I don't know if he's still the backup. I know they drafted Kyle Trask this year, so maybe Kyle Trask.
If it's Blaine Gabbert, can he go 6-6 without Tom Brady?
With that team, I think so. Maybe. Because, like they got a pretty good roster. Byron Leftwich has been an exceptional offensive coordinator, so I think that they can weather an injury. And yes, I'm looking at the depth chart right now. Blaine Gabbert is still their backup quarterback, and they have Ryan Griffin and the rookie Kyle Trask. So yes, I think that Tampa Bay could weather the storm of a Brady injury and get to 9-10 wins and grab a wild card spot.
I mean, if you're Blaine Gabbert, why don't you come back to be Tom Brady's backup?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a great gig.
It's a great gig, and
but you're never going to start for another 10 years. So,
you're not a starter. Yeah. I mean, you just have to be realistic with yourself. You're not a starter. Yeah. He did make 48 career starts, Blaine Gabbert did, but he's not a starter anymore. And now he's Tom Brady's backup, and he's a Super Bowl champion. Yeah. Anyways, that's number one. So I'm writing it down. Tampa Bay is your first choice. Okay? All right. Who's next?
So you want me to do all 8 here?
Yep, it's all you.
I am the expert today. All right, excellent. I am going to say that the Tennessee Titans will make the playoffs guaranteed.
Okay. And that is because their division is terrible?
Yeah. So, like, Houston is going to be awful. Jacksonville is going to be better than they were last year at 1-15, but, like, they're not going to realistically be any good. Indianapolis, like, they got good news on Wentz and Nelson today, but I don't know if that necessarily like guarantees, they're going to be healthy and great for all 17 games. Tennessee just seems to be the best team of that division. They added Julio Jones. They don't really have a ton of weaknesses as a whole, maybe the pass rush, but I think the Titans are good enough to get in the playoffs one way or another.
I like that. Obviously, they could withstand a loss of Derrick Henry though, couldn't they?
Yeah, because they have Ryan Tannehill, who throws, one of the best deep balls in the NFL, and 2 stud wide receivers. So, yeah, like they could totally adapt to the passing game if they need. Now, it's not ideal if Derrick Henry goes down, but like they could do it.
What do you expect from Julio?
I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like at this point, it's clear that he's going to be a better like real life football player than a fantasy football player.
Yeah.
So, like, if you ask, Skeeter and those guys what their fantasy expertise is, I'm sure they're going to be a little down on him. But, like, the fact that he has, A.J. Brown on the other side, I think that Julio will have opportunities to put up some good numbers there. But, I don't know. It doesn't just feel like he's really old, even though he's not, like, crazy old.
No, it does feel like he's old.
Yeah.
And, if he's going to stay on the field is a big concern to me.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. So you went with an NFC team and an AFC team. You went with Tampa Bay, you went with Tennessee. Who's number 3?
This is where it gets tough. Like, those are the 2 that I feel like really good about. Everyone else I can feel kind of meh. Like Kansas City, even still, because, we had talked about this in, last week where I could see Kansas City being really conservative with Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
And, like, they totally revamped the offensive line. And there's a little bit of a concern. I will ultimately put Kansas City on that list just because, back-to-back Super Bowl appearances, best quarterback in the NFL when he's on the field. So I'll put him there. But just know that I'm not as confident with them as I am with the first 2 teams.
So you are literally only confident in 2 teams?
I feel very confident with 2 teams. Everyone else, I have my hesitations, which goes to show you, like,
this is hard.
Things can change. We see it all the time in the NFL where a team will win 12 games and we're like, oh my God, they're going to be contenders for the next 5 years. And then they don't make the playoffs again with their current core. It happens all the time.
So Kansas City, Tampa Bay, and Tennessee.
Yeah.
You got to give me a number 4.
I'll give you Green Bay as my number 4. Just Aaron Rodgers being back, it helps. The Lions are 2 free wins. The Bears are going to be 2 free wins for Green Bay. I know Minnesota's improved, but with Aaron Rodgers out there and potentially his last year in Green Bay, I think that he's going to try to do everything he can to go out on a high note. So I'll put the Packers there as well.
Does he have the receiving weapons? I mean, it doesn't matter.
I mean, Devontae Adams, heard of him? He's pretty good.
Pretty good.
What's his face? Robert Tonyan, Big Bob Tonyan. Clearly, there's some sort of chemistry there with Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if he's going to get all the touchdowns this year because I feel like that was a little fluky, but like he's an option. But like we've seen, the Jake Kumros of the world been able to look good because of Rodgers. So I don't really care who the other receivers are besides Devontae.
Randall Cobb's back.
That's true. What's a good season for Randall Cobb in your mind?
700 yards.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 700-800 yards, which I think is possible.
In 17, so you're playing what 17 games this year.
Yeah,
I mean that's 700 yards. What is that? Roughly 40 a game, 40 to 50 yards a game.
Sure, I don't do quick math.
Yeah, we're not nerds.
Well, someone in the comment section, do the math for us.
Yeah, no doubt. 17 games, 700 yards. It's got to be like 40. All right, so you've got 4 teams, 2 NFC, 2 AFC. Number 5.
I'm balancing it out a little bit. So I will tell you right now my thought process. I am not picking anyone from the AFC North.
Just because it's cutthroat.
It's cutthroat. I feel like those teams are just going to eat at each other. And there's not one of those like three teams up top that I'm like, oh, they're so much better than the other two teams.
And Cincinnati will be better.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like even them. So I don't want anyone in the AFC North. AFC South, I really don't want to pick like two teams though from the same division. Right. So that's kind of the tricky part here. I'll put Buffalo there. I mean, Buffalo's still really good, and like Josh Allen, I think is definitely hit superstar level. And just because Patriots, I still don't think are all that great, and the Jets are in a clear rebuild right now, and Miami's got Tua questions. So I'll say Buffalo can get to like 11 wins again, and that'll put them in the playoffs.
Yeah. So those five, and it's interesting because all five of these were playoff teams last year.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I mean, that's the way you play this contest, though. I mean,
yeah, like, what am I going to do? I'm going to say, I guarantee that this team that went 6-10 last year is going to make the postseason. Like, it's impossible to do that. But also, like, how often do the same teams that made the playoffs one year make the playoffs the next year? Like, it's not a winnable game.
Somebody's
it's
going.
Not. No, this is a game set up for me to fail.
Yeah, we'll post how bad you failed later. So you're 3 AFC, 2 NFC, number 6 on the line here for you.
Quick update, by the way. We are at 66% saying corn on the cob, less attractive food to eat than bone-in wings. So we will continue to update that poll as we move along here. So what is this, my number 6? This is where it gets really dicey. I will go with the formerly St. Louis, now Los Angeles Rams.
Do you like Seattle in that division at all? I'm really stuck on what to do with Seattle.
I don't. And I don't know why. Like, is it possible that Russell Wilson can be one of the top 2 or 3 fantasy quarterbacks while also Seattle finishes 4th place? And also that 4th place is like 8 and 9. Like, like you can make a good case for all 4 of those teams being competitive this year.
But I could see like 10 and 7, 9 and 8, 9 and 8, and 8 and 9.
Yeah, and I'm being a little bit of a hypocrite here because I didn't pick any of the AFC North teams because I think they're all going to eat at each other. But yet, like the NFC West, here I am saying, oh yeah, the Rams clearly better than the Cardinals and the Seahawks and the 49ers when like 49ers are not far removed from a Super Bowl appearance.
No.
Like Seahawks still have Russell Wilson. Like the Cardinals with Kyler Murray, like maybe this is the year he ascends to that MVP conversation, and then they're the best team in the division. So
right.
I don't know. I'll just say the Rams though, because it's a really good team. They got the best defensive player in the NFL, and they have a huge upgrade at quarterback.
Yeah, you like that. You like Stafford over Goff a lot.
Well, I mean, I have eyes and a brain, so you tell me.
I mean, is Stafford going to work with McVay? I mean, obviously, is that work? Is that a winning combination?
Well, Matthew Stafford was able to put up really solid numbers with the carousel of garbage in Detroit. Sean McVay got Jared Goff to a Super Bowl. So again, I'm just looking at the basic logic here. It's like, Tampa Bay, they were okay with Jameis Winston. Tom Brady comes in, they win a Super Bowl. Now, I'm not saying this is Tom Brady, but Matthew Stafford's pretty damn good.
Yeah, he is.
And that is a big upgrade for a team that has still been, solid with Goff. So, yeah, I'll put the Rams there. That's my number 6.
Yeah, you got 2 more. You got 2 from the AFC, 2 from the NFC. Number 7.
No, this is where it gets tough, Rodney.
Oh, very tough. So like you were confident 1 and 2. Then you were like, yeah, I kind of like these teams. Yeah, I'm going to take these guys. And now you're like, dude, I don't know.
My last 2 are total like, F it. Let's just hope for the best. I mean, someone has to win the NFC East.
Yeah, you're right.
Technically, that's the rule. Did you see Dallas is favored, by the way, to win the division?
Are you surprised, though?
No. But, like, to me, Washington is just a better team than Dallas is.
Yeah. Well, Washington made the playoffs, 8 and 8 last year?
7 and 9, even worse. Fitzmagic at QB. I mean, the problem with Fitzmagic is that I know that I'm going to get a few really good starts from him, but then I also know I'm going to get a 4-interception dumpster fire from him too, and then he's going to lose his job twice. And who's their backup? I don't even know.
Dak being back doesn't do it for you for Dallas.
It probably should.
Yeah,
but also like it's the Cowboys and just my soul. Like I can't do that.
Yeah.
Let me come back to the NFC East. Maybe that'll be my 8th team that I throw in there.
Josh Johnson is the backup in Washington.
Oh, is it?
It is.
It's not Taylor Heineke anymore?
Ian Rappaport explains why the Washington Redskins signed Josh Johnson as their backup quarterback.
Washington football team, Rodney. Get it together, please.
Maybe this is old then. Oops. I'll look up their depth chart.
This is the best content you're gonna find on the internet, people. Rodney finding old articles of backup quarterbacks.
It's Taylor Heineke.
God, what the hell is that, man?
I didn't know who their backup was. I put in Washington football team backup, and the first thing that comes up, it says Ian Rappaport explains why Washington Redskins. I should have known when it said the damn Redskins.
Yeah.
Redskins. Anyways, it's Taylor Heineke, and he sucks. So, all right, you got 7 and 8.
Yep. I am going to go back on my word. I am going to pick an AFC North team.
Okay.
I spoke too soon. The Steelers are really old with Ben Roethlisberger, and I don't know. I feel like that could be a bad situation because, man, him in that playoff game, it just looked disturbing.
Bad.
The Browns, I think the Browns are good, but also, like, are the Browns good enough to where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to bank on them to win 11 games again. So I'll just by default say the Ravens, like whether it's a wild card or a division, like all this is make the playoffs. And I feel like the Ravens are pretty consistently like in the mix every single year. And although I feel like teams are kind of figuring out Lamar Jackson a little bit more, like they just seem to always like do enough to be competitive down the stretch. So the Ravens will be my 7.
They're going to get 10 wins is what you're saying.
Yeah, like and 10 wins in the AFC with 7 teams to make the playoffs. Yeah. I like my chances there. So I will go Baltimore. I take back what I said about the AFC North.
All right, 4 AFC, 3 NFC. Last one.
Should probably pick another NFC team here. So odds are, okay, I'm going to stay away from the NFC East. Washington or Dallas, I have no idea. It's a coin flip, so I don't want to do that. Minnesota, I think, is going to be competitive. But, like, if I'm just basically saying, oh, they're going to be a wild card team, like, that's a little risky. New Orleans with Jameis/Taysom Hill, I worry. So I have to go to another NFC West team. Now it's a question of which one.
That's
like a 3-way coin flip. Yeah, can I just like combine them? Can I do like the
just say, hey, it's another NFC West team.
Like the Carter 9 Hawks?
Carter 9 Hawks. I like it. I
mean, if I had to pick, gun to my head, which of those 3 I think is going to be in the playoffs this year, I will go with San Francisco because, and I know that that's the risky one because San Francisco finished last year, and I know that I made the joke about a 6-10 team, but San Francisco, I feel like had such bad injury luck last year that things are just naturally going to improve. It's only a matter of time before Trey Lance becomes the quarterback there, and I think Trey Lance and Kyle Shanahan are going to be a great fit. So I see San Francisco returning to like that 10-win range and getting into the playoffs.
How many games does Jimmy G start?
I will say 6 or less.
They go 3-3 to start the year, or maybe 3-1 to start the year, lose their next 2, and he gets pulled.
Maybe he gets hurt. Like the guy's got some injury concerns. Like he's only played 1 full season in his NFL career. So
and went to the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, when he's healthy, like it was fine. So I think that Trey Lance is going to be a much better option than anyone that Shanahan has used to replace Garoppolo in the past. And I'm just banking on the still really good defense to finally be healthy. Like Nick Bosa didn't play all last year.
Tim's playoff teams.
Ugh.
Hypothetically, he wins $1 million if they all 8 make the playoffs. Tampa Bay, Tennessee, Kansas
And
City.
those two are locks, by the way. Those first two are locks.
Tampa, and that's how they should do it. They should say, okay, you get this prize money if all 8 make it. You get double the prize money or X amount more if you have a lock. And you've got 2 locks. Tampa Bay and Tennessee are his locks. Kansas City, Green Bay, Buffalo, Rams, Baltimore, and San Francisco. Kansas City, Buffalo, and Baltimore out of the AFC. Green Bay, Rams, and San Francisco out of the NFC. All right.
The San Francisco pick is so stupid, but like there's no other option for me. This is what I have to do to win this hypothetical $1 million that I'm never going to get.
No, ever. Hey man, that's it for the NFL. We'll talk more on Sunday about the NFL. How about that?
We did it. Hooray, sports. Real quick update. Corn on the Cob is still holding a commanding 66 to 33% lead right now over Bone and Wings.
How about Adam Wainwright tonight?
Yeah, amazing.
Complete game, 2 hit, 7 strikeouts, 88 pitches. Hey, we got to give a golf pick.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
So we got a couple things here. We got GCD.
Yeah.
We got See Ya Time. And we got to pick a golf team. And Shohei Ohtani just hit a home run.
Yeah, he did.
So which one?
Vlad Jr.
We got 3 things to do here. Which one do you want to do first? Pick a golf player.
Let's do golf.
Let's do golf. All right. Wyndham Championship.
Is Wyndham Championship the one where what's his face Brant Snedeker shot like a 59 or a 58?
Yes, and it's also where Webb Simpson does well.
Oh, this is a Webb Simpson tournament. Didn't we just have the Wyndham? Because I thought that always happened like right after a major.
It's the Wyndham week.
Okay.
Webb Simpson's your favorite at 12 to 1. Hideki Matsuyama, don't pick him. He's been scratched. It's 14 to 1.
Who's been scratched?
I'm pretty sure Matsuyama.
So I'm looking at DraftKings right now, and I see Oosthuizen and Reed are both out, and they're like 2 of the top 5 players in this.
Okay, I got that wrong. Oosthuizen out. Matsuyama's in it. Matsuyama is 14 to 1. Yeah. Oosthuizen and Reed were the next best at 18 to 1 and 22 to 1.
And they're both WD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Brian Harmon and Willis Thrill, 28 to 1. Sunjay M, 30 to 1. Kisner, 33. Fleet Dog, 33. All right. I'm going to go first this time.
All right, go for it. But, which, by the way, hold on. By the way, first of all, we have to give an update for how our picks did for last week, just so people don't, question our golf expertise. Scotty Scheffler was not a bad pick, all things considered, until he kind of fell apart on Sunday. And then your Dustin Johnson pick was, right there in the mix as well. So I think
he was never going to win it though. Dustin Johnson wasn't.
So I think Scotty was very close and was like a couple strokes back on like Saturday, but then shot a 74 on Sunday. It all kind of fell apart, as did scores of a few other people.
Yeah, I don't understand what happened that day. But anyways, so we got to give.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We got to give a pick. I'm going to give mine first. I'm just trying to find his odds here. So as I scroll down the list here and find my guy's odds, I have my pick made. Trust me, I have it made. I just got to find him on here. Do you have any thoughts on this one while I find my guy here?
Well, I was also just going to say, since Abe Answer won last week, that's a first-time winner, so I get half a point because that was my whole reason for picking Scotty Scheffler. True. So
you did pick yeah. All right, here we go. Here's my pick. I got it.
All right, go.
Plus 25,000. This is riveting radio. Wyndham Clark.
At the Wyndham Championship?
You got it. Wyndham Clark. Because why not? His name is Wyndham. Wyndham Clark wins the Wyndham Championship. Boom.
How the hell can I top that? There's no way I can top that.
Wyndham Clark. And then if he doesn't win, Gary Woodland at 45 to 1.
Oh, man. There's no way I can top that, dude.
Wyndham Clark, baby.
Right.
I'm actually going to put my money where my mouth is here soon. I'll screenshot you my bet.
All right, do it.
Go ahead and pick yours.
I want you following him aggressively all week.
25 to 1.
All right. I'm gonna give you one. It's one that has never spoken to me until now. I'm going purely off of vibes. I feel like this is gonna be a tournament where most golf fans are gonna be like, who? Give me the odds on JT Poston.
50-1.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go JT Poston. JTP is winning this thing.
And if he doesn't,
Wyndham Clark. I mean, obviously,
doubling down.
Brilliant.
Doubling down on Wyndham Clark at like a billion trillion odds to 1. All right, that's your golf update. I hope you win money by picking our picks.
JT Poston actually, almost won an event last month. He finished second at the Barbasol Championship.
That was just last week. No, that wasn't.
Barbasol was going on as the real golfers were over in England.
Yeah. So a little bit about Wyndham Clark here. He has made 14 out of 24 cuts this year.
Okay.
He's had 2 top 10 finishes. He has missed the cut in his last 5 events, including a 92nd place finish at the Barracuda. Not even in Memphis. He didn't even go to Memphis. He finished 92nd in the worst of the golfers.
In the second tier. The second tier of golfers, yeah.
He was in the US Open and finished 72nd. The last time he made a cut was back in May at the Charles Schwab Challenge. He finished 20th.
All I heard there is that he's due.
And he was 8th place back in February at the Genesis. Wyndham Clark, put it your money where your mouth is, Wyndham Clark. All right, GCD of the week. Who's the gutless choking dog for tonight, Tim?
Oh, all right. This one hurts, but I'm going to go with Dennis Schroeder as my GCD of the week.
I like it.
Dennis Schroeder, who was offered during the season an $84 million extension by the LA Lakers, turned it down because Dennis Schroeder was seeking a contract upwards of $100 million. Again, this is Dennis Schroeder we're talking about. Today, Dennis Schroeder, who has been a free agent, agreed to a 1-year deal with the Boston Celtics for $5.9 million.
So, yeah, that's the gutless choking dog of the week right there. So he really thought he was going to get $100 million?
Dennis Schroeder turned down $84 million because he thought I can get $100+ million. I don't know if that was him. I don't know if that was his agent. But either way, there is no person in America right now that feels worse about being handed a check for $5.9 million than Dennis Schroeder.
And, I mean, he's not $1 million player.
Like $100 million
player? He's
player?
not $100 million player.
No, but like Dennis Schroeder, you can say like, okay, $84 million over the course of 3-4 years, like it's not terrible. Like he's been a pretty solid, productive player. Guy was a 6th Man of the Year finalist. Like he's a good player. $100 million, yeah, probably a little steep there, but like when you compare it now to $5.9 million for 1 year, that is just that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but you know the narrative he's going to come out. Oh, I'm banking on myself. 1 year, I'm banking on myself. I'm going to have such a big year. I'm going to go out and get $100 million next year.
Is he starting for Boston? I mean, probably, right?
Yeah. I mean, it makes them better.
Oh, for sure. And like he definitely makes them better. It's a good spot for him, but he needs to have a really good year to then go out and get like that $84 million contract that he turned down. He could have had it already and stayed with the Lakers and been in the hunt for a championship. Dennis
Schroeder, you are the gutless choking dog of the week. Congratulations. You are the put the kids to bed version of the GCD of the week. All right, hey, it's see ya time, but I'm going to start tonight. You know why I'm starting? Because I want to. I am starting with see ya time, and I want to give a see ya to my 2 oldest kids. See ya. You're going to school tomorrow. Woo! Yes. That's one more left. I got one more left. She's got 1 more year in the house. She goes to preschool 2 days a week. 1 more left, and then they're all gone for 7 hours a day. 2 of you. See ya. See ya time tomorrow. You're going to school. Your turn, Tim. You're up.
That's a great thing for parents, just to be like, I don't have to see you every waking moment of the day anymore.
I mean, I absolutely love my kids, but I'm absolutely tired of my kids. So
goodbye. Yeah. All right. See you list. Here we go. See ya. Cristiano Felicio, who after his 4-year, $32 million contract, which is more than what Dennis Schroeder is now making, expired with the Chicago Bulls. He has left America and the NBA altogether and signed with a team in Germany.
Just not a real good player.
Just a bad player who was always bad, who was handed a lot of money from a terrible, terrible front office.
Yeah, just a bad player.
See ya, Hunter Henry, one of the 2 big tight end acquisitions by the Patriots, now dealing with a shoulder injury that might keep him out for a little bit of the regular season. Unfortunate.
And that just goes to show me I still don't think the Patriots are any good.
No, but also Jonnu Smith moves up several draft boards now.
Pretty good.
See ya, Mike Lang. He's the 46-year play-by-play broadcaster for the Pittsburgh Penguins, announcing his retirement. It's a lot of years to be calling hockey.
I'm sure he was really good at what he did. 46 years, you got to be.
I don't know if this ended up happening because I didn't do any follow-up, but I saw that Will Lutz was maybe getting core surgery, the Saints kicker. So maybe see ya, Will Lutz.
Maybe. I mean, we don't need to really look it up because it doesn't really matter. We'll just say see you anyway.
Yeah, see ya, Will. See ya, Jason Benetti. That one's a little unfortunate. So Benetti contracted COVID, probably from all the going to the Olympics and the flying and just being around people. So see ya, Jason Benetti. So he's out TBD right now.
Here's my guess, and I don't know this. I bet he's vaccinated.
I think so too. Benetti seems like he would be one of the first to get the vaccine.
Yeah, just a guess.
Yeah. Anyway. See ya, Aubrey Huff's Twitter.
Yeah, well, yeah. He's gonna come back with a vengeance, though.
So, pardon my ignorance here, but what exactly was the straw that broke the camel's back that got Twitter to suspend Aubrey Huff? I thought I saw he was threatening to meet people and fight them in person, so then they suspended him for inciting violence. Is that what it was? Because honestly, I see people threatening to fight each other on Twitter all the time. But I think that Twitter was just looking for any excuse to get rid of that weird beta cuck or whatever he calls people.
I don't know why I haven't even seen what the tweet was. I mean, it's got to be out there somewhere, right?
I'm sure that there's a screenshot, but anyway, you can look that up later. See ya, Aubrey Huff's Twitter. Have fun wearing your ex-wife's thong all the time.
Beta cuck. I just love that.
See ya, Cubs Brewers on Monday. I know it's very random, but it leads me to something. And honestly, this could have been a GCD candidate too. There is no worse team / worse stadium that handles rain delays than the Cubs and Wrigley Field. They are so bad at having delays go too long, calling delays when there aren't actually weather, bad weather happening or playing through bad weather. They've done it a couple times now this series against Milwaukee, but they had this 2-hour delay on Monday, and then 10 minutes after they called the game, it stopped raining, and there's not a drop for the rest of the night.
I mean, you could say this about a lot of organizations. I get it, but the Cubs are lucky as shit they got that one World Series, because if that didn't happen, and then let's say it happened that they started getting rid of these guys after not winning one. Oh man, that would be. I mean, one is actually a severe disappointment. I mean, they failed by only winning one, and the front office looks stupid. Now the management looks stupid. It's just a bad deal. Cubs, man. Sorry, Cubs suck. All right, go ahead.
They famously had a game that was postponed due to weather last year, a playoff game against the Marlins when it was sunny outside.
Yeah. Nice job, Cubs.
See ya, Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and it was time.
Remember when people wanted him to enter the presidential race?
Yeah. No, he had odds for a long time.
Can you imagine if that actually happened?
Yeah.
And then he won the presidency, and then now it's he's big weirdo creep.
Well, I mean, we just got done with a big weirdo creep.
That's true. I feel like the bar is very low now for what it takes to be president.
Who did very similar acts.
Yeah.
And just basically got away with it.
Just kind of brushed it off his shoulder more so than
whatever.
Yeah. See a Saints cornerback Patrick Robinson announcing his retirement after a nice 11-year career. See ya, Angels pitcher Griffin Canning. He's had a bad year, and now it's worse because he has a lower back stress fracture. So his year is over.
Is there another organization that has more pitching injuries than the Angels?
I feel like the Mets have been really awful there. And it's funny because the Angels pitching actually has been, for the most part, healthy this year. It's been the offense now where Mike Trout is out 12 weeks after an injury that was supposed to keep him out 6 to 8. And Anthony Rendon has had 4 IL stints and now is out for the rest of the year. And Jared Walsh, their other all-star, is out. And Justin Upton spent some time on the IL. And well, I've said that the second that Mike Trout steps onto the football field, Shohei Ohtani is just going to like evaporate into the air. Like it's all going, all the stress of the last 3 months is just going to make him disintegrate into the marine layer there in Southern California.
I like it.
See ya, Rashad Bateman, the rookie receiver for the Ravens, dealing with a groin injury that's looking week to week right now. See ya, Aldon Smith, who I learned today was on the Seattle Seahawks.
Did not know that.
Smith, cut by the Seattle Seahawks.
See ya, Alden.
Glad that he continues to get chances. Doesn't deserve them, but he gets them. See ya, Tony La Russa and Carlos Rodon. They are out for the Field of Dreams game tomorrow. TLR going to a funeral, so our condolences there. And Carlos Rodon on the IL, and we kept wondering when this was going to catch up to a very oft-injured pitcher, and now it seems like it has, and this is going to be a longer than 10-day injury, it seems like.
But the good news is the White Sox are actually pitching their ace tomorrow in that game.
That's true, and this pretty much solidifies that Lance Lynn is now going to run away with the American League Cy Young if Rodon's missing extended time.
I couldn't be prouder.
I know. So happy.
My guy.
See ya, Kevin White, who, much like Aldon Smith, I learned, hey, Kevin White was on the 49ers, but today was cut by the 49ers.
See ya, Kevin. What a bust.
Yeah, no kidding. And like, here we are 6 years later, and he's still in the league. There's a team that's like, you know what? We see something with Kevin White.
How many career touchdowns? I'll look it up while you continue. I'll look it up.
How many career touchdowns?
Yeah.
I think the answer is 0.
17 games, 0 career touchdowns.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was very sure the answer was 0.
That's pretty bad.
But no, let's add him to the mix.
4 games with the Bears in 2016, a game with the Bears in 2017, 9 games with the Bears in 2018, 3 games last year with San Francisco. Who knew? Who knew? We played in 3 games last year for San Francisco, didn't catch a pass, and now he's been cut. Bye, Kevin.
See ya, Nate Burleson. He is moving off of Good Morning Football and going to the CBS This Morning show. So he's making the transition to regular news, kind of like what Michael Strahan did with GMA. Nate Burleson, it seems like he's good on TV, so good for him. I don't watch daytime TV like Today's Show and all that shit. I don't watch that at all. I'm just surprised that there's so many people that do, because they're like, wow, this is a huge deal. But I've never like started my morning by just throwing on like Good Morning America. Like,
no, never. No.
Is that what America does?
I don't usually turn the TV. I have been watching some Prices Right with my kids at 10 o'clock, but that's about it. And then have you ever seen 25 Words or Less? You ever seen that show?
I have no idea what that even is. No.
Okay. It's a good game show. Anyways, go ahead. Moving on.
I don't even turn on my TV until like the evening when I'm back from work.
That's
like,
usually
the whole idea of like morning TV. I don't get it.
I am sweating like crazy in here. Anyways, let's go ahead.
All right, couple more for you. Mookie Betts placed on the injured list today with a right hip injury. Unfortunate. See you, Mookie.
See you, Mookie.
I wrote, see you, Dennis Schroeder's agent. I don't know if he's going to get fired, but probably should be.
Yeah, see you, Dennis. I mean, that's just bad move. Bad move.
And then this is the last one here, Rodney, and I'd like to know how much you know about the story, and it's a little bit of a two-parter. I have Sia PJ Washington's bank account.
Oh, yeah.
And also Sia Brittany Renner's soul. Now,
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
For those that are unaware, so PJ Washington, who, what is he, just finished his second year with Charlotte?
Yeah.
So PJ Washington got married to this like Instagram model, one of those like social media influencers named Brittany Renner, who had been like kind of low key like stalking him since like his high school days. Like they got together when they were like 18, when he was like 18, 19, even though she's like significantly older.
Yeah.
They ended up getting married. She gets pregnant. She delivers the baby. 2 weeks later, she then secretly files for divorce and I guess has convinced the judge or whatever in this settlement to get, and I don't know if this is true, but this is what's going around on social media, $200,000 a month of child support from PJ Washington, who still hasn't earned like his huge NBA contract yet, for the next 18 years, which if you do the math on that, that's a $43 million amount that's going to be paid out over the next 18 years for this girl that clearly and obviously just did this specifically for all that money.
Yeah, breaking news. Brittany Renner signs 18-year, $43 million Supermax with PJ Washington's bank account. So, yeah, I've heard a little bit about this. And it's a little bit weird that, like, I don't know, why did she pick him? I mean, obviously she thought he was going to be first of all, she thought he was dumb enough to go along with this.
Yeah, and there's actually, so on Twitter today, there's an old video that people found of her being like, oh yeah, like if you want to get money, like go and sleep with an athlete. Athletes are dumb. Well, like she literally just admitted her whole plan of just like, oh yeah, it's like sleep with an athlete, like they never wear condoms, like it's the easiest way to get money.
And PJ Washington has a 4-year, $12 million contract.
I know, awful. I feel bad. I feel like NBA fans everywhere, Hornets fans or not, need to have like a GoFundMe to like help PJ. Like this is the first time I'm ever advocating for like a nation of middle-class Americans to help out an NBA player in his financial situation, but I feel like that dude deserves it.
Why is the judge okay with this?
Well, so I don't know if it was the judge, and again, this is just like what I've seen on social media, so I don't know if it's really $200 million, but like they did get married, they did have a kid, she did file for divorce, and she's clearly trying to get some sort of like child care payment here, so ugh, terrible.
I mean, $200,000 a month to get child care. It's interesting.
What are you doing to this baby that costs $200,000 a month? Like, are you just feeding it like gold bars, like actual gold bars, just stuffing it inside of them? Like, what?
Yeah. He's the 188th highest paid player in the NBA. Yeah. Anyways, sorry, PJ Washington's bank account. That's it for the Sias, right?
Yep, that's it for the Sias.
That's it. All right, man. Well, we are out. We went over our time. We are out. That is the end of the Sports 2.0 Put the Kids to Bed version. Tim, JR, Swish, Van Stratton, so long. We will talk to you Sunday night, right?
Sunday night, yes, sir. See you then.
Let's do it. All right, that's the Put the Kids to Bed version of the Sports 2.0 show. See ya.